Ha! you hear me okay? I just thought I'd pause the game in it so I can talk to you properly. I can hear you. No, just it does make more sense to me. I suppose I understand the method, but I do feel overall it is quite unnecessary. It is unnecessary. Very unnecessary.
What's your take on it? Agree, disagree? Doesn't have to go with your life.
My background is my
Opinion on this take on being honest. A lot of women would not admit that. They would not. They would say I'm strong and independent, and they'll fight it to the grave. And thank you for being honest and vulnerable. And I have an opinion on this take on this. And give you guys some time to debate after. But what's your take on that?
yeah. I mean, I agree. As far as my background as well, I have always been a provider. I have always found a way. I have always, even when I got knocked down, I brought myself up.
Damn.
No help. A single person. Speak your truth, man. It's not you guys shooting. It's just like, it's really hard to take care of myself after being with someone for so long and giving it your all. And I know that I want to find someone to share life with, but I'm at a point where I'm valuing myself, and I didn't put myself in a situation. I didn't choose to be where I am, and it's just like trying to get back on my feet to find the people that I can vibe with. I resonate with what she's saying. Like, the part that hit me most was doing it all on your own. Even though I don't have kids, I'm just here taking care of myself. It's hard as fuck. It's lonely, and there's nothing more that I want to share life again with someone that will like be there for me and appreciate me and value me. All parts of me.
I don't even know. Oh, there it is. Okay, found it.
No, it's fine. Thank you for being honest. A lot of women would not admit that. They would not. They would say I'm strong and independent, and they'll fight it to the grave. And
Boy, she'll fight that. She'll fight that to the death, mate. Anything you want to ask? Oh, so why are these customs allowed to continue? This is how life is. I mean, this is how it is majority of America. Sooner or later, it's going to be that kind of culture is going to move down here, I suppose. How people behave, how they look down. Well, I wouldn't say look down at men, but frown on men. I think women have more options. Women have more options than guys, but as time goes on, it turns upside down. The older a woman gets, the less chance she has with a different guy. So, you know, the girls don't want to hear that kind of stuff. They don't want to believe that those kind of things happen, but they do happen. As their age goes older, as much as it's hated to said, there's other girls that are younger become more attractive to the guy that's older or even younger. The guys, it doesn't matter what age they are. It can be 18 to 60. They can still get girls. Girls can't get guys after a certain age. So they get, I don't know, what would I say is a decent, what would I say is a fair age without being horrible? 19, 35. I'm being generous because averagely I would say 30, but that's the time gap girls have. 16 years to find a guy. They can do all the rubbish they want. They can play all the silly games they want. But once they hit 30, there's 18-year-olds that will take their man from them if they want to. If it's doable, it's doable. Girls will do it. Girls are ruthless to girls. That's another thing that a lot of girls don't grasp on. They might be your friends, they might egg you on, they might be on your side and stuff like that, but behind it all, they're ruthless. Very ruthless. And they don't care about who they tread on to get what they want. Some are dark, with dark energy. Some of them just live in chaos, constant chaos, and they don't really care. As long as they get to the top and they sit on a hill, they don't really care. But so long as they get to destroy whatever they want in their path, yeah, they don't really care.
What's your take on that?
Delete that. Just edit. I'm just editing something. Ask me something if you want. Ask me anything you like. I don't mind. That seems like it could create a never-ending cycle for the same thing also to happen to the younger woman, as she could become the older. No chance. Women get older and they're not high valued. Huh? I'm right. Why do you think 15 is going to be good? Oh, what are you hoping? That's the better question. What do you expect from 15? Because I'm kind of disappointed with it, but I just want to hear from your perspective on it. 15 will be awesome. Have you seen the video? I mean, you've watched the trailer, yeah? This morning's trailer. So you saw like all them things that it's offering, all them things, all those features, game mode, story mode, quest mode, training mode, online training, all those things. Yeah, keep that in mind, innit? When February comes, doesn't matter about rollback. Rollback doesn't mean anything at this moment. It doesn't mean anything. Do you know how many games have said they're gonna get rollback and they ain't got it? Even if they get it, how does it 100% that the game's gonna work? Name one KOF online that works online. None. Because they haven't proved it. They said that with 12. 12 was a failure before it was even full. It wasn't even finished. 13, the game's brilliant, but online it's shit. Be real. It's a shit game online, but it's a great game offline. 14, decent game, but there's a massive problem with 14, yeah, that people don't even grasp in it. They look at it, put on 14, the game has nearly 66 characters. 66 characters. A big majority of people didn't even learn characters. Now they bring out 15, a watered down version of 14 with half the characters removed. And then what are people going to say when 15 comes out? Oh, bring back characters. Bring back characters that they never used. I see people begging for Ash. Ash is a bullshit character, but they want him in the game of all characters. Like, come on, man. That doesn't make no sense. Then people are going to sit there and complain and say Ash is too good, Benimar's too good. Get rid, split these characters up, strip them. Then you get an update. The game's all messed up. I'd just rather the game will come out. It says it has 45, 50 characters. There's no balance patch. Game is done and that's it. I don't want to see all this. You have to play it for a year. Then the game is stopped. These characters have all been changed. Then the game's been stopped. Then you've got another DLC patch. These characters are too good. Now the game's been stopped. Then the netcode doesn't work. And this game's been fucked. These characters come into the game. Then this is fucked. Then now the netcode's gone backwards. People said that about Street Fighter 5. Season 4 was the best season. The netcode was better. Soon as Season 5 come out, the game's gone backwards. Now the game's added other features in it, the game's gone even more backwards. Now they've added Akira and Oro, fine, they're interesting. But no one's excited about Luke. No one cares about that character. So as far as people are concerned, Street Fighter 5 is finished. It's already finished already. No one cares about November. That's the problem what King of Fighters has got to come up with. They got 7 months. They got 7 months to prove, yeah, that they can do something that every other company hasn't done to this very day since 1994. Hard task to ask, really. When you ask them, you play games online for like 18, 19 years, and the only thing you ask for them is a decent netcode. Online training doesn't work. I'm telling you, it's not gonna work. Any game could have had online. Street Fighter 4 has online training. No one used it. Street Fighter 4 had a tournament system. Nobody used it. They only used it for achievements. King of Fighters 14 has got a group mode in there. People don't use it. I play it. I play it with 6 people. Yeah, in 6 years. Only 6 people play it. I see in it. And even some of them now are still sitting there saying Street Fighter 5 is empty for online training. But do you know why it's empty? Do you know why the online training is empty? Look at the system. Look at the system of the game. Think carefully how I'm explaining that. You've got all the frame data you need. You've got all the replays you need. You have replays backwards. You've got your own recording option. You can move the character where you want it to. Why would you need anyone to play with you in online training? Think how I'm explaining that. That's why online training doesn't exist. Also, Shermie is there, and since I never really, what's that? Sorry, hold on. Since Shermie is there, and since I never really got my time to play older titles, I'm glad she will be in this one, so that I can finally try her. I used Street Fighter X Tekken training. Street Fighter X Tekken was a decent game, but people shit on it. People shit on it, and the tournament players are more responsible why that game failed than anybody. To be honest, I really wish that game was moved to Xbox One. Yeah, because I would have actually played that game on Xbox One, and I would have streamed it like nearly every day. That was the only game that I only really liked playing. Like in future times, like Capcom versus SNK 2, you can play that on No Bear, but it's not clean. It's not like a clean game. Otherwise, I'd play it more. But yeah, Street Fighter X Tekken, I thought it was a decent game. I used everybody, but I wouldn't use broken characters. The server is still up on PS3. I do play it on PS3, but I don't want to stream from a PS3. It's too much. It's too much aggravation to do all that. Even on the Xbox 360, you need a top graphics card. You need a proper HAPA gauge. You have to connect it to the PC. It's too much stuff just to stream a game. I just wish that they connected. I wish the PS server, the games that you bought on the PS3 were allowed to play on the PS4. That should have been mandatory. It should have even been for the PS5, to be honest. Sony just lazy, man. Street Fighter X Tekken. Yeah, I've got it on PC, Xbox, PS. I play it on PC. I could stream it on the PC, but then there's no one really who plays it. And the problem was I don't know if the merger was finished because it was on Windows Live. But some players could merge and move it to Steam, but not everyone did it. Not everyone did it. And then someone made this program where it's like remote play, but it's not 100% accurate. So I'm like, nah, forget all this. But yeah, it's definitely one of the games I miss. It wouldn't even be that hard for them to just say, look, we're going to remaster and put it on Xbox One and PS4. I think when it comes to fighting games, I think a lot of companies I think they're fucked in the head. Because some of them, I don't understand their mentality. Like, your main focal goal to make a game, if you've got to take pride of your game, it's like Virtual Fighter, actually. Virtual Fighter is a prime example, because Virtual Fighter hasn't come out in 10 years. It's not even the updated version. It's the same game that was on the PS3 and Xbox 360. They moved it forward to the PS4, PS5. You would have thought in 10 years that they would have done something with that game to actually blow people's heads off and just said, look, we've brought this game to the PS4. It's got a wonderful server. It's got a proper lobby system. You can play up to 16 players. You've got a spectators mode. You've got all these modes. But But the Bane shit thing, the netcode shit. So everything doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. All these modes, Kumite, tournament, winner stays on, loser stays on. It all doesn't mean anything. If the netcode don't work, who cares? Why would I want to go out? Like they say on Twitter that they're asking for people's feedback. I'm not going to waste my time and say to them what they should do because they don't listen. How many times you going to tell them from since Xbox 360? I posted on Event Hubs. They were talking about what should happen to Street Fighter 6. You know, what should they do with the fight money? The fight money was a big issue in Street Fighter 5. If you're going to use the fight money, it has to be used for a right reason. People can't just do the things that they're doing, like sitting there. Like if you win a game, you get 50 points, and you got to play like 1,000 games to unlock a character, or you got to have characters that are completely unlocked only in the shop. Like once in a blue moon, they'll come out and people can buy them. Otherwise, there's nothing to buy. People are just going to sit there and just like I've got millions in that game just sitting there. I've got nearly 2 million. I've got 3 million sitting on 3 accounts, literally. And I don't buy anything because I bought the season pass. So all I'm using it is to use the gacha machine to buy the colours, the extra colours. I ain't buying it for no other reason. I'm trying to get into the competitive scene. I'm waiting for 15. Why are you waiting for 15? Why don't you play 13? Competitive 14. Go on Fightcade, play 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 0, 01, 02, 03, Neo Wave, they're all there. You have to wait till February, man. You should get in, like turn a game on and just play right away. Like that's what you should do. Don't think about. That's what I'm saying. Don't get your expectations too high because you don't know what's gonna happen, man. For all you know, that game could come out and it could be a fail. There could be something wrong with it on release. It's gonna hit people. It's gonna hit people bad. Bare people are gonna buy that game. Yeah, I think I saw it on the store. It's £70. So they're asking a big demand for that game. £70, and the only thing they've got to show for it that they can go on for 70 quid is that the game's got rollback. I know how you feel. I have recently started playing fighting games, and I wish to learn and improve in them and somewhat compare. I can't read the rest because there's nothing there. Hold on. Competitive level. Instead of competitive level, would you rather the word content? I don't mean that like that word in a bad way. I'm just saying like the reason it's complex is because it's 10 years old. It may not be 10 years on PlayStation, but overall that game is like 10 or 11 years old. So a lot of people have got like years over people and how to set people up and how basic things, people fall for basic things. Like they look like they're big things, but they're basic. And it's frustrating because then once you learn it, then you get tricked into something else. Then once you learn that, you get tricked into something else. So it is a frustrating game. Sometimes you don't even have to do anything wrong. You might just get caught. You might get caught in one little thing. Like you might drop an opponent. They might get up and hit you with a sweep. Then they've lifted you up on a small combo. Then they've hit you on a jab. Then they've cracked you into the floor. Then you'll bounce for a second combo. Then you take another 2 or 3 hits. Then you're licked into a wall. Then you've got to take a third combo into the wall. And if you get out wrong, it's round 2. Just like that. On one mistake. Like getting up wrong, rolling backwards, rolling forwards, rolling sidewards, throw teching wrong, sidestepping wrong. It all comes at like a fatal mistake. That's a thing like some of my friends get very annoyed with in Tekken. This is why they don't like it. I wouldn't say it's heavily frame based, but they kind of turned it into that route where people can look at frame data, which is, I think it's shit. I think frame data is, it's all bullshit. People are so hell bound on it. I just wish to improve. I understand I'll lose a lot, and I'm okay with that. I just want to understand. I just want to learn and understand. What is it in criteria? Right, say if I said to you, play King of Fighters, what is it that you want to understand in King of Fighters? Alright, let me do this. If I keep at it, backdash, wave dashing. First off, if you're new to the game, that's not the first things that you should be looking at. So that's probably where you're drawn. That's where you draw yourself, like you start a fighting game and you've got to check. You've got the snakes and ladders board, so you start at number 1, but people are expecting to just climb to number 50, number 60, number 70 straight away. And to be blunt, it doesn't work like that. It might take longer. It might take longer in certain terms to learn things from the bottom, but that's the only way why you get good. If you're going to learn the things that are at the top, and fine, if you do learn them, that's good. But then that's why you get burnt when players beat you using techniques from 10 to 40 to 45. Does that kind of make sense what I'm saying there? KBDJ, what's the Korean backdash? Bruv, I wouldn't listen to people who probably haven't done anything. Yeah. I'm just saying to you fundamentally, like, let me think of a way to explain something. I've got an idea. I'm going to do it here in front of you. If Donna was here or someone else was here, I'll give it to them to do, but I'll do it here in front of you. Let me turn this down. Actually, no, let me turn it up, but I'm going to mute the microphone, but I'm going to explain what I'm going to do. Fluff. Give me a character. Any character. Show me. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to set the computer to crouch. I'm going to jump and crossover punch, standing punch, and command grab, and I'm going to do a knee. And I'm going to do it 100 times. And then when it's over, I'll explain to you why I'm going to do that. Does that make any sense, what you just saw? Practice your craft first. Now, I was just messing about, but if I did it, I could do it 100%. Like, I practice them things every day, but I'm just saying to you, like, usually some of my friends, they ask me things like, oh, they can't use Zangief, they can't do this, they can't do that, and I say to them, practice the move, practice setups 100 times, and out of 100 times, there's your answer, how well you do certain things, isn't it? And if you mess it up a lot, there's a reason behind it. So I kind of say to them, there's rules to how you can do certain things. You can't jump. With grab characters, you're not allowed to jump, for starters. You're not allowed to jump to do grabs. You have to run in, or you have to walk in and do the command. Because if you jump, that's a bad excuse. Because obviously, you can jump in the air, do the command and come down. That's lazy. You've got to learn how to run in KOF, or you have to stick it into a combo as a set piece. No. I'll show you a different one. Say, alright, Clark. Hold on, wait. I have to talk while I do it. Right, so for example, I can go from here, long hard jump, and just do the command and grab. Like, that's okay. That's standard. And you can just stand still and do it. That's normal. But then someone will say to you, grab him from there. Do that 100 times in a row. Considered masking your input for the command grab. It's a high level option. Because if you run in, hold on. Yeah, if you run in and you do it wrong, you can block. If you feel unsure. Do you ever see when I play, I do that? Do you know why I do that? Because the move's already command in. I just don't tell anyone. I don't tell anyone what I'm doing. So everything I do is hidden. They just assume, people could assume. They're thinking, what's he doing? But I've already gone back down. And if they decide to come in, I just only have to walk forward. Look. They can come to me, and I've already got it set up. Same applies for him, but it's a little bit different. His moves hide his moves hide. So you can do that's what he benefits more, that he can charge his moves up really quick. So if he's not close, he can just command grab, save himself, and rely on back. That as well, guard crush. Yeah. Oh, it's only 3. I was thinking, shit, it's nearly 8. Knowing me, I ain't gonna win KF tonight anyway. Some of the people playing, it's so boring. Not even. I can't even say it's fun. Some tournaments ain't even fun. These people are more interested in winning than actually like playing and helping others get involved. And that doesn't do any good for anybody at all. At all, not even by a landslide. It does nothing for nobody. I've had people go into friends' events and say things like, I don't even like this game, but if I'm going to play this game, I'm only going to use the top characters, or I'm just going to play like this just to piss everyone else off. Why even enter? Why would you waste everyone else's time who wants to get involved? Or new players. That's the thing that makes it sad, is new players. It turns them away. And some of the better players, they lose on purpose. They lose on purpose to go into losers, to play the new players and beat them up. That doesn't benefit anybody by doing that. If you are the best, just go and just beat the people and just go to the end and just face the best and be done with. But some people want to make, I don't know, it's like some kind of statement. I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Hey. Any questions? Should I stick this on YouTube and save it like a KOF thing for you, Fluff? Surprise. What? What does that mean? Should I call it Princess Fluff's King of Fire's Q&A. Don't, what's his name? I'm sure, oh, I forgot his name, you know. Or does he not play? I don't think he plays KOF that much. I think he plays Virtual Fire. Is it Juice Box? Or Box? Something like that, Juice Box. Doesn't he explain things like that in KOF? Or he's just one of those frame data guys? I don't know. I don't really watch him, to be honest. It's TK's probably gone. So what would happen if they lose on purpose, but then they lose against a player they consider they lesser? Then that's too bad. They're out, isn't it? Nah, but you'd have to see some of the events. You would see my point, but there's some players are like, in certain games, they're like really good. You know they're really good, but it's like they lose to people just to scathe under losers on purpose. People do that in like Evo tournaments. Don't get it twisted. Plenty of players, even Justin Wong does it. He plays both of those games, if I remember correctly. Is TK still there? I hope he didn't take offence to what I said, you know. I didn't really want to say anything like harsh or wrong. I just think some people try to hit a big wall. They hit a wall straight away at games, and then they can't climb it, and then they just think the game's shit, or the game is too hard, but they kind of refuse to learn standard steps. Like, I don't even play the new Guilty Gear. I don't really want to play it, to be honest, because I don't even find it like interesting. All I hear is it just sounds to be a bit easier than the later ones. All I keep hearing is Soul and May are too strong. I don't hear I don't hear anyone say anything like decent about the game. Just the same crap. I'm just thinking, so it's a shame. It's a shame actually. You're not in the UK. 5 p.m. Hey Fluff, I'll be back 1 minute. I've just got to take a phone call, yeah? Be 1 minute. Hello, I'm back. Let me see. 23, hang on, 23 degrees. Shit, it's hot, man. Free box PlayStation consoles for sale. You come for SF. Oh shit, what's that? Sorry. I think there's an event, I'm not even sure. Oh, it might be on now, mate. Someone's asking me to join. Fluff, I'm gonna have to jump because there's a tournament. Do you want me to talk to you on Twitter? Oh, shit.